been struggling with lighting today. What is going on? Oh, maybe it's the reading corner, yeah, because today I'm here at the reading corner because the topic that I'm dealing with is reading related. So yeah, I thought even the setting, let's make it all about reading. Hello, good morning, good evening. I know the time zones are crazy, but all in all, Sanvanani, hello, ni hao. Welcome to my channel. My name is Zain Ziane and I'm from Eswatini and I'm an ESL teacher right here in Taiwan. Okay, so today we have an amazing ESL topic to dive into. So today we're talking about picture books, okay? How do we teach storytelling? So I have a few tips that I can share with you guys. So that we can like learn, grow, and be confident teachers together. But please do not be afraid to leave comments in the comment section and tell us any suggestion that you may also have when it comes to the topic of the day. So if you have any tips that can also assist us as ESL teachers here in Taiwan that is related to picture books or storytelling, please leave that comment. Yeah, and we might also apply it in our classes and learn and grow together. Okay, now let's dive into today's lesson. What is going on? What are the tips? What can we do to make our storytelling sessions very exciting for the learners and, remove that monotony of reading? Plus picture books, they are boring. They look very boring. Mina nje ngicala kwafundisa being like don 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 don. Bekuvela nje kube nema-stars in my eyes. Bengisangana mbamba shem ukuthi yini lena le. Because they look so old-fashioned. Like a lot of them. They look so old-fashioned. And you open them inside. Mostly sometimes it's just pictures and a few words. And they say hambia class and make it lively, make it exciting, and make the students fall in love with reading. How do they fall in love with reading? Yeah, so I have been there. Believe me, I have been there. But I believe that I have, grown from those days. Props ideas every time a picture book comes. And the students in the more I put efforts, the more I learn, the more the kids get a class in yay! Picture books. Picture books I'm very demotivated. Here we go again. So with these tips that I'm gonna give you today, I hope at our zaman now we're going to end the class like living lively. The kids were tons of funza, and now as a teacher, we're more confident because let's not say confident, not just I understand for the same level. It's really hard to get the positive feedback from the students. So yeah, let's look at some of the tips I have on storytelling. Okay, let's look at tip number 1. So the first thing, advise when it comes to picture books and storytelling is that you should always have props. So what are props? So props are like visual aids, visual material, like physical material, visible things that are related to the book. So number 1, obviously you have your picture book. So your picture book has words, has whatever content that they put a class in. And then from the book, the content, you also have to move on to the props. Okay, if the book is talking about this, that is physical, that the students can see, and that can also help the students visualize, make mental pictures of what is happening in the story. So I'm going to bring some props. So props are the materials that you'll use as you teach in the class. So for example, let me use this picture book. This one is called There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. So this is the old lady who swallowed a fly. So it's a very funny story. Very interesting title. She swallowed a fly. So the kids were very much like, the story is, right? So okay, but interested because of the title. But now don't come like class and very funny. So there was an old lady who swallowed a fly. But there was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Blah blah blah. But you want a small talk. It's not enough. It's not gonna be enough. So we have to go back to my props. So for this story, let me show you what I brought to class. So I had the old lady. So this is what I mean when I say props. So this is like a shoebox. Yeah, this was my shoebox. You see? Yakandwa, yendi, all right? So you have your shoebox, and then I printed out an A3 size old lady. So we are online, you find a template or just a picture of an old lady, any old lady, and then make a big A4 size picture. Yeah, so I tata, and then I pasted it in front of my box, and then afterwards I cut out a big hole. Yeah, so I made this old lady have a big mouth because she is gonna swallow a fly, and then she's gonna swallow many other animals from the story. Yeah, so creativity right? Some people think I teacher, but when you come with the initial idea, so I'm going to a story. I don't have ideas. The more they lose confidence in you, right? But now that with a prop, I understand. You have to find something in class, but assist, right? So that's why I'm saying let's be confident. ESL teachers, come with an idea. Oh, asimsite. But let come nje uthi la incwadi ngiyofundisa aba research akazami bese sekubanga a bit of friction. Sekungathi ku lazy a bit because bakhuthele laba bantu siyathi sibakhuthele kakhulu. Okay, so you have the big mouth of the old lady, and then nawufundisa ke eclassini nawufundisa eclassini siwa lana in the picture book. This old lady swallowed a fly. She also swallowed a horse. She also swallowed a spider. She swallowed a dog. She swallowed a fly, obviously. She swallowed a bird, and she swallowed a cat. So we are printer onke lama templates lawa, and then usebende ukhathi material yakho so that bantwana batobona phela the images of these things from the picture book, because truth be told labanye abadadi vele tilwane labanye bayadadi. So now usebenzisa lowo, it keeps them engaged in the class. It makes it interesting, and bantwana phela bafuna ukubona. They want visuals. So the picture book name is on the PPT. Sifunza from the PPT. So bafunza on the screen. As bafunza ngeke kube magama over, you bring the props. But bahlala ba engaged, bahlala ba excited. So asengisibuke le ncwadi lena. So ekuqaleni it says she swallowed a fly. I don't know why. And then I asked one student ukuthi ngicela asukume atokhetha a fly. Let me show you. So here we have the animals, right? So a class in vele ngibekele ibhokisi lami on a desk like this, and then I have my animals. So every time she swallows an animal, one student has to come and choose the animal. So I just keep them like this. Bende where is the fly? Bese bayasho bayithatha. This is a fly. And then the old lady is gonna swallow the fly. Then the student is the one. She swallows the fly. Yeah! And then then the old lady swallowed a spider. I don't know why, but she just swallowed the spider. One student has to come, we have a tester at the same time, and the other kids a spider. I figure out, oh, spider. They have to say the sentence, this is a spider. Everybody, yes, it's a spider. And then she has to swallow the spider. So, don't forget every time nifunza, we go back to the prop. Kuba mnanzi, siyafunza. Uyasitshengisa, is this a horse? Yes, it's a horse. The old lady swallows a horse. She swallows a bird. Yeah, so kuba mnanzi nje classini. So this is just one of the ways yekuletha impilo into the class. Bantwana bafuna kubona, bayalalela story, and then the story actually just becomes embedded in their minds. Siba mnanzi bayakhona ukuxoxa ekhaya ukuthi how today classini sifuze story lesikanjena. Ngihambile mina, I took the horse and then the old lady swallowed the horse. Kanjalo nje. Yeah, so that's a tip. If you feel it's something that you can employ in your teaching, please use it. You'll see a big difference as you teach the students. Look at my table, lagcwala litafula. So litafula latishela who teaches storybooks, picture books, storytelling in general. If your table is not like this, I don't know what you're doing. So please have some props. Every now and then to spice up your storytelling sessions. Okay, let's get into it. So I brought some of the materials I use. So some of the materials I myself, like the old lady, at times they're provided by the school. So some of these materials, some of the materials I make myself. Because around the school. Yeah, I just had this big bag for this lesson, this YouTube activity. So so I'm just going to talk about different scenarios as you do your picture book stories. So I'm still also specific to a book, but I think you'll get the gist. Because storytelling, you need props to make it exciting. And then also when we talk about the props, you think about the levels, right? Meaning from grade 3, 4, 5, 6. So every time I tell a story, about the level was it grade 6. Grade 6 would appreciate if maybe maybe I'm an old woman. Grade 6 they were like but grade 3 is gonna be like, teacher. They're gonna be so excited. So what I'm trying to say is, as ulung salama props are, be conscious, right? Be conscious of the grade, right? It's okay, grade 5, grade 3, grade 1, but all I can say is that the lower the level, the more exciting it is to use the props. The lower the level, if you don't use the props, you're gonna lose the students, right? You're gonna lose lokuthi bathande kufunza. And then also the higher the level as well, now we'll get to my props, right? Like the old lady who swallowed a fly. Grade 6, grade 5, they would appreciate this one because shooting a woman and this is a fly and the lady swallows, right? I wish I was about to get this, about to get that. So I think as a teacher, we are about to and you know, my props arm to appeal to each and every level. Okay, so let's just look at some of these props and see how we can utilize them in our classes. So I have this crown. Yeah, beautiful crown. My core teacher actually made this crown from scratch. Now she had like a drama thing. She had to do like a reader's theater thing, and also some of the storybooks. After Inkosi, after Royalty. So she made this from scratch, and yeah, I was watching her all the way. I was so motivated. And finally, when the crown came out looking like this, oh my God, it was so amazing. Okay, so you can wear the crown, and the king said, blah, blah, blah. Or if you're role playing, there's somebody who wants to be the king, you can just choose a student. Teacher, I want to be the king. And then the child can wear the crown. So and then maybe there's a story, like no, see somebody was writing a book, oh teacher, so I have to pen from scratch. Okay, and then he took his big pencil and wrote down this. Yeah, but so more exciting now don't as action I kube khona le pen ayibona umfana ole pencil ayibona nayi le pencil lenkulu, and then he wrote it down. Do every time kunale pencil kuyabhalwa do. So yeah, ungagcini khuluma kuphela, that's what I'm trying to say. Ukhulume kube mnandi, but a bit of visuals can assist. Yeah, and then most of our storybooks, most of our storytelling sessions, I have to a lot. So if unawo like stuffed animals like this, if there's a hippo, you can bring the hippo to class, and then yeah. My actions. At times that's in play, it's a small group, we get together. So yeah, when that could be interesting. And then hippo, and then this animal, what's this animal? It's a hippo, yes. And then hippo said, I'm running away. Elephant said, I won't run away. Giraffe said, blah, blah, blah. And then crocodile says, I have big sharp teeth. I'm gonna eat that monster. So it was so interesting. Props. Yes, in the story, and Banfana make buy at hippo in their mind, but the hippo will make a big difference. But outside, but the teacher, I want to hold the hippo. Yeah, but I don't know, but it really makes the biggest difference. Okay, let's look at another one. An apple. So you have a story, Snow White. Yeah, maybe we'll talk about Snow White. The evil queen said she will give Snow White a poisoned apple. So is a poisoned apple a good or bad apple? But of course, no, it's a bad apple. Yeah, so we are part of April Lako as we tell the story, back and forth, my props. So it doesn't have to be really outrageous things, just nice, simple things. And I wish every line has to have a prop, but some of the lines ungaba nayo prop. Prop. And then there's a story that talks about the big bad wolf. Let's see. bad wolf. So story sakho lapha sikhuluma about the big bad wolf. You can have this prop, whether ifakwa ngumfana noma ifakwa nguwe. But even if awuyifaki, but nokuthi nje uyiphethe le big bad wolf, right? Noma ungayiphatha like this, it's very cute and cuddly and cozy. So bantwana bayaba nale picture of a wolf because wolf is quite a difficult animal. Bantwana bajwayele bo chicken nabo dog. So uyayiphatha wolf yakho lapha, and then the big bad wolf appeared and said, I'm gonna eat you, Snow White. I'm gonna eat you, little girl. So, yeah, you can have this prop. And more than that, it becomes memorable, unforgettable, and it really, really creates the love for reading. So yeah, one of them props. And then, old lady. And then the evil stepmother said to Cinderella, Cinderella, I will not give you food today because you did not finish cleaning. Yeah, sonke sinawolok, right? Sinawolok. Siyakufaka nasigeza, but the good thing is it can multitask. Uthathe ute naklasini so that you can be like an old lady, an evil stepmother, like any character Lovangati deserves this. And a lot of our stories, most of the old ladies, right? So if you need it, you can use it. And then, of course, iwiki, depending on the character. Maybe it's an old lady, maybe it's not an old lady. So you can wear it. Is it reader's theater? Is it story picture books? Is it storytelling? But my props up. And then let's look at another one. If maybe there is dessert, there is food. And my props. There was ice cream. Let's look at the flavors of these ice creams. Oh, strawberry, teacher, strawberry. Oh, blah blah blah. So yeah. So now fundzisa wabekile la mntu senikhulumile ngawo. Kahle nje bona ukuthi what else is gonna come? What else is gonna come? So umnanzi. So guys, please use the props. So langa isikole singakuthengela ama props. And then also ungatakhela ama props like the old lady, and also like this one. Maybe there's a cow, there's a monkey, like this one. 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. Yeah. So my monkeys apple, and then you can have a box, another box that is a bed. So when you tell the story, 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed, blah blah blah, right? So these are just simple things, and I don't want to hear the excuse, let's see, I'm not good with my hands. Mina ngwating shop tinal pon, mina ngwating shop blah blah blah. I'm ngwating shop bopai ponytail. Listen, you came here to work. So girl, sebenza. Funza lo msebenzi and then excel. So please, ungaqale nje uthi mina ngwating shop. Tell yourself that yes, nangsafika angwati. Sonke safika singathi. But as effort, you'll be shocked at your creativity. You'll be shocked at the things that you're able to do from scratch. So this one, very easy. You print out a template. Print out templates, and then you cut them out, and then you laminate them. So right now, I'm going to show you I'm going to show you an example of how I would make something like this from scratch, cut it out, and use it in my storytelling. So there is no excuse. I'm not good with my hands, I'm not good with what. Please put effort. You will see a big difference, and you will definitely see the time that manifesting something can ever happen. All right, let's get down to how can you make such a simple prop. So how can you use this mouthstouch in your storytelling sessions? Okay, so you're teaching 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. Unema monkeys lang 5, obviously. You have your bed, so you shoot a bed cover. Oh, you can get in. Do you want to? Hello, do you want to use the class? No? Okay. All right, sorry. All right, so you have your bed. Ukhavile lapho ne-bed cover phela kuhle nawe mhlambe unema pillows akho lapha. And then you have your 5 monkeys, right? 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. Da 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 da. And then they went to the doctor, right? Then the mom took them to the doctor, and then the doctor said, no more jumping on the bed. No more jumping on the bed. So this is the doctor. So the doctor has like some sort of a mouthstouch. Yeah, so try to make it lively and fun with that material if you need to. So at first, uqale nje udiva ngathi session ya yo TV. Yabona bosi yo TV. Bakungibane ya mama Sakhile. Yeah, people say, ngaze ngaba ngumama Sakhile wase-Asia. But as uJwayela, you actually learn that yes, Mom Sakhile was doing the Lord's work. Really, that is what storytelling is about. Lokhu bekwenziwa Mom Sakhile is exactly what you should be doing. The only difference is that sokwenda in English, sokwenda Asia. Okay, so please ngicela kube mnanzi, and I know that ekuqaleni nje kube like igama lami ngingununu ngiyathanda ukufunda namhlanje sizofunda ngoana eno ina Enjoy, guys, please enjoy. More than anything, the teacher has to enjoy for the students to also enjoy. All right, the next tip, I think it's the last tip, just 2 tips for today. On top of the props, you need to use good voice projection, and then you have to like, hello? Hello, hi Leo. Yay. Yeah, sometimes we come in the class and when the students pass, hello teacher. Yeah, so I have to also say, hello, my students. Okay, so I was talking about the voice projection. So if it's a lion that is speaking, or it's a frog, or it's a monkey, or whatever, it's a hippo, it's a giraffe, take the voice of the hippo. I don't want to do blah blah blah, right? If it's a woman, stop jumping on the bed. So you have your prop. Michael, stop jumping on the bed. So like have that fun personality. Now say class in uhlege, get into character, because you're actually teaching the kids role playing. So if wena ungayisebenzisile voice yakho to imitate the characters, angeke bantwana bakhone nabo kukwenda, because eclassini bantwana have to role play. So log role play angikona lokwenta kube mnanzi, right? So yeah, batshela bantwana when the story starts, we're gonna get into character. So that's what I do. Everybody, we are going to act out the story. So when a girl is talking, only the girls will read. If a boy is talking in the story, only the boys will read. And then when mommy is talking in the story, who's gonna read? Teacher. So if mommy is talking, if daddy is talking, I'm gonna read. So because I'm a co-teacher, if there's mommy and daddy, I can say when mommy is talking, Miss Zane is gonna read. And then when daddy is talking, Miss Marine is gonna read. So yeah, so we get into character. and then sesiyafunza-ke, and then our voices change. Leo, hi. Yes. Yeah, so he's speaking in Chinese. I don't know what he's saying, so I'm like, yes, no. Yeah, Leo always speaks in Chinese. He just never speaks English, so I don't know what he's saying. Anyway, I was actually saying that role play is an important thing. So nangabe le voice projection ungayisebenzisi angeke bakhona ukufundza labantwana, because bona vele bafundza ngalamavu abo bese yabatshengisa wena. Nangabe kufunza make nje, stop jumping on the bed. You know, some of them bese bayabona, oh, ku-acta ngiloko, and through the voice bayakhona understand the atmosphere, the feelings of the characters. Bayakhona kubona ukuthi, oh, the character is angry, oh, the character is happy. So labanye bakhatha seba-acta nabo labanye nje abakhona, actors act time. It's okay, but you did your part. Wabatshengisa, waba-encourager. Guys, as actor, so that our reading classes are dabamnans. Yeah, so those are the tips I have for you today. I hope they're very helpful, and I hope that you apply them. And I promise you, as soon as you apply some of these tips, you'll see a big difference in your students, in your class, and even your overall confidence and understanding of what you are doing. We have come to the end of today's session. Thank you once again for tuning in, and I hope that it has been very informative and it's going to make your life in the ESL world very, very easy. So it's time for me to clear up everything and then go back to the office, do some office work. My break is over, but I'm happy that I used my break for such a productive thing. So I'll see you next time. Remember to please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Ciao, y'all.